Alright, so it is another Tuesday with the Syndicate Santa. Alright. Hey Gucci fan, how you doing, brother? So what's on everybody's mind this week? What's up, Mike? Doing good. Another Tuesday. Let me share this out. So, it is Tuesday, which is release day. So today we kind of saw that there's been a lot of changes going on within the community. We've had a lot of somebody's talking outside. So biggest changes are there's been several groups that showed up within the last couple of weeks, and I'm part of multiple groups. I'm part of Open Box Mafia, as well as the Renegades, which is the group of people from SoCal. That's everybody around here. So the biggest changes, of course, is that everybody has their own personality, their own thing. So it's definitely been different, Hey Matt, what's going on, brother? What's up, Rob? Welcome to the house. Can you guys hear me okay? I have to have the fan on, man. It's hotter than Hades here today. So, okay. Thanks, Goji. So yeah, I was talking about the multiple groups that's kind of out there now. Okay, so we've got a lot of them out there. Hey Ricky. So just wanted to kind of give my perspective on all the changes that's happened. For example, my boy Mikey's action figures. Hey Coy. Yeah, there is a couple. I'll get to those in a little while. And some people kind of lead groups and they go to other places and they do other things. And that's okay. I mean, that's okay with our group. There's a lot of them, a lot of people that can go back and forth or be part of multiple groups, which is okay, because then it just gives you a different perspective on how they do things. Doesn't mean that any one of them is less or more. It just means that they're different and they have different perspectives, and that's okay. So with that being said, as you guys know, I am a administrator now, or a moderator for the Syndicate family, and Rube the Great, what is up, man? And I gotta actually, that's a good interjection piece. So Rube, I was just talking about the Syndicate family and how you guys nominated me to be one of the administrators / moderators, and I really appreciate it, the opportunity to do that. So it's been an honor to be able to work and do things and help you guys out. And I'm having a blast. I have a blast wherever I go. You guys know that. I'm always all right, But it's just, we've had a lot going on this last couple of weeks. We've been sick and stuff. We're still trying to get over some of this out here. We don't know what the super flu is going around, but it just keeps beating us all up. But the cool thing is that we're all getting better and everybody's getting things done. So today, where's T-Man at? I was talking to T-Man earlier. He wanted to talk Transformers today. So today is going to be Transformers centric a little bit. Plus we're going to have some stuff I'm going to show off, as well as go over some comic stuff coming out. Because as you guys know, I'm a comic guy as well. So I definitely want to talk about what's coming up in the Marvel, DC, and the Image universe. So if Plastic Addict was here, we could talk about it. Alright, Rube, what would you like me to talk about? So, yeah. Yeah, SoCal, there is a lot of groups out there. But the biggest thing, of course, is that find the groups that you like and stay in those, and enjoy them. Help out when you can. I mean, that's the big thing. So, NECA. Yeah, I collect NECA. I collect certain things about NECA. Typically aliens, predators, Evil Dead. I love the Evil Dead and the Ash vs. Evil Dead. NECA's done. But they're just a pain in the butt sometimes. They break easily, Literally, I don't know how many predators have almost broken. I've had so many of the spears and things like that break up. Yeah, Ruby did. He kind of threw me off there a little bit, but it's all good. But yeah, the big thing is talking about NECA, is that they're really easy to break. And I love a lot of them, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the horror stuff, I love the aliens, I love the predators. I just wish they would make them not as so fragile. Because that's the last thing I hate doing and seeing, is that you get a figure and it breaks. SoCal, no, I have not found them yet. Nowhere. Now, you're lucky, man. I think I've broken 2 predators and almost snapped off an alien tail, and it's because I was bending it, and I think it was too rigid, so I kind of pushed it too much. Hey, Art, welcome in, brother. So wanted to talk first thing, Transformers. So let's get through that first. All right. So it was brought to my attention a lot that we talk about a lot of other things, Marvel Legends, Pops, things like that. Holy crap, T-Man's finally here. About time, brother. Because we're talking Transformers, so you need to be here. So, if you guys looked in some of my old playlists, I actually do continuity reviews on Transformers, So what I kind of do is go through all the different stages, and I have some from every era, from the Diaclone, the Diachron, as well as G1, all the way through now. I've got tons and tons of bots. Transformers are my #1 passion as far as figure collecting. So, Rube, stay here for a while. Come on, man. But the biggest thing is that they're always going to be on my top priority. So I'm always going to be collecting those. And I think T-Man, and I think my boy, D-Bag Robot Gangs, Nostalgic, Undershore Negotiator, we all kind of put Transformers at our forefront when we're collecting things. So I'm always going to collect those. With that being said, I'm finally almost done with Titans Return. All I need is Slug Slinger and I'm done. I just got an Overlord in a trade coming. So I'm super excited to be done with Titans Return. Now we're going to get started with Powers of the Prime. It's all good, Rube. So let's talk about Powers of the Prime. So if you guys have been collecting Transformers over the last 3 to 4 years, it's a part of a trilogy. It's you had Combiner Wars, you had Titans Return, and now you have Power of the Primes. So Power of the Primes is going to be the new one, which is going to be more of a God Master / Chess Master of them. And right now they've only gave a couple of what they're going to do. Do you have the Walmart exclusive Transformers? We have some. I'm actually still looking for the Last Night Deluxe Hot Rod to finish up my set. I've got Dragonstorm and I got Megatron and all of them. I just need Deluxe Hot Rod, then I'm done with the Last Night. It'll show up eventually. So on Power of the Primes, that's not slated, guys, until 2018, so you got a little bit of time to catch up on it. I think it's going to be coming out like January, February is when they're starting to talk about it coming out. But there's going to be a lot of cool ones that's going to come out with these. We're talking Alpha Trions. I have the Radio Shack exclusive Transformer turns into a VCR. Dude, I'd like to see that, man. Yeah, and T-Man, I'm the same way, man. I only collected certain ones I wanted. I wanted Dragonstorm, I wanted the Leader and Voyager, Megatron, the Voyager, Optimus. I think I got the Skeletron and whatever the other repaint of that one, Steelbane and Squeaks. Because there were so many of them that were just reissues or recolors of the old ones from Age of Extinction, or they just look horrible in my bet. You know. Justice League figures are taking over my Marvel Legends in my Walmart. Yeah, dude, good luck with that. That's how it is everywhere. You go to any Target or Walmart here, that's all you see is Justice League half the time. Sweet, no, I'm glad it got there, man. Yeah, it is, T-Man. It's freaking warm here, dude, and it's humid tonight. So, it's hot in here. So, talking about Power of the Primes, there's going to be a lot of cool ones come out this time. We have the 5 Dinobots and deluxe versions coming out. We also have Rodimus Prime, which is a deluxe figure which combines into another shell to make a leader class. There's going to be an actual Shattered Glass version of Rodimus Prime, so it's going to be a dark, evil version of him. And then, of course, there's going to be Optimus. But the one that everybody really wants to see is going to be the Optimal Optimus, because it's going to be kind of a Optimus Primal that converts into a piece and then becomes into, you know, the actual full-up Optimus Primal. So the big thing is everybody wants to see how it's going to look like. Yeah, Nola, you got lucky, man. I wish it was that way here. But the one that it's kind of go with this whole set, you know, it kind of the trilogy combined. You're going to see Abominus, the Combiner, show up in this set. It's going to be a Voyager. It's going to have 4 deluxes that combine with it. I.e., I'm with you, man. I do want that. So I definitely want to see how it shows up in person. I want to see that deluxe figure, especially to see how the Horrorcons show up to become Abominus. Yeah, Goju, mine's kind of like that too with NECA. I mean, they come and go, like, and there's just so many hunters in my area. You've got us, you got the Isosal and Braulio, you've got Fernie, we've got, I think it's Ganonfish, he lives here as well. But then we have so many people down in the SoCal area as well, in LA, that hunt and collect. So there's just so many people here. Yeah, they're definitely G1 remakes. I mean, that's got the G1 aesthetic to them, which is what I like. That's kind of why I went with the Fans Toys Dinobots, you know, for my 4 minus Grimlock. I still have the MP Grimlock. T-Man keeps telling me I need to get the, whatchamacallit, grinder, the Fans Toy grinder, to replace my old masterpiece MP08 Grimlock. We'll have to see, though. Yeah, T-Man, that Voyager Starscream, yeah, that's going to be a combiner. And that's based upon the, what was it, the Combiners War cartoon that Machina had put out. So it's gonna be interesting to see who combines with them. Additionally, we're gonna have Elita 1 show up. We're gonna have some other ones show up that's not been kind of referenced a lot yet. So I've got the list in front of me. So what we're gonna do is go through the list real fast and I kind of explain what they are. Prime Master. So Prime Master is the same thing as a Titan Master, except if you remember in the old 80s days, we had Pretenders. So they are a Pretender. It's just it's about yay small versus the bigger deluxe size like we used to have. So you're going to have Liege Maximum, Micronus, Vector Prime, Alchemist Prime, Alpha Trion. And then that's going to be the Prime Masters. And then they're going to combine into a gun. Adam, what is up, man? Legends class. Legends class, we're going to get Beachcomber, Dinobot Slash. Let me talk about Dinobot Slash for a second. So Slash came out of the actual Earth Wars app. The Earth Wars app game for your Android or for your iPhone. So they brought that over into a figure. It's only going to be about yay small, and it will not combine with the actual Dinobots either. Let's see, did you get the Destro Pop with the chrome head? No, I've seen it a couple of times. No, I don't collect G.I. Joe pops, so Yeah, that's what I was saying to you, man. They are the Prime Masters are the pretenders of the new era. Um, we are gonna get a yeah, but I hate those. I don't know, man. The Dinobots were a good idea in the movie, but they didn't do them justice in my book. T. They definitely needed to do something more with them. I mean, I'm sorry. The last movie, the last night, was not good. Thank you for coming, AMR. I appreciate it. So the biggest problem I've noticed is in the Age of Extinction is that you had Grimlock show up with all the Dinobots, and then it was awesome to see them. Then they really did nothing with them, you know, and that was what's kind of sad. They really didn't do anything with them this last movie either. So back to Power of the Primes, Legends class. So Legends class, of course, you know, are a little bit bigger. So we're gonna get Beachcomber, the Slash. Then we're gonna do a reissue of Scrapnel, which is Shrapnel, you know, the Insecticon that came out back in Combiner War. It's the same exact figure. So if you hadn't had a chance to get it, you can go out and get it when it comes out in Power of the Primes. And then they're bringing out Wind Charger as well. So everybody that loves the mini bots, we're getting some in this run. All right. I don't want the rest to pop, and I don't buy the things. Yes, so SoCal Combiners are back. It's in this Power of the Prime, you're going to see a lot of combiners. Starscream's going to be a combiner. Elite 1's going to be a combiner. You're going to have Abominus as a combiner. So you're going to see all that come back. Oh, actually, and I tell you, the ones I actually was looking for the most was the Dreadwing and Blackwing, which really irritates me. It's another one of those Hasbro-isms where they didn't get the rights to the names. It was Dreadwing and Darkwing, and they combined to become Dreadwing combined. Ugh, hard to put together. Which kind of sucks because they never get it done. In these actual waves too, you're going to see Moonracer is going to show up, which is a redeco of the Elite 1 as well as the old Titans Return, you know, Blur. So it's going to be a little bit molded differently. She's going to have, you know, the Power Master, you know, gimmick, and that's really what they're doing. This one with this run of lines in the Power of the Primes it is the Power Master, God Master gimmick. For him, but I like to hunt for Vigs too. That's why I really chose to go out there and get them or trade for them or whatnot. Thank you. I appreciate that, AMR. So we've got Deluxe we went through, Legends we went through, so Voyager class. Let's talk Voyager class. We're getting a Grimlock, which of course is a combiner with the rest of the Deluxe Dinobots to make Volcanicus. Volcanicus is another one that came out of the Earth Wars Apscapes. Then you have Starscream, which is interesting because we don't know who he really combines with. I'm assuming, and this is just Nate's assumption, he's gonna be able to do with the Terracons, with Dreadwind, and with Blackwing. We'll have to see how that one goes. And then the last one, the last Voyagers, and this is all tentative. These are all tentative as of today. Is Hunger. So Hunger, of course, being the leader of the HorrorCon. So he's going to see him with Center Twin, Cutthroat, Blot, Ripper Snapper. So you're going to see him combined with all of them. And that's it. That's all they've said so far. There has been one thing that was brought up, and there was a Takuman Inferno. So it's going to be interesting to see how it is. T, you might know or not, is Inferno just going to be a remold or a reissue of the old grapple that came out back in Generations? And that's what I thought too. Yes, Return of the Combiner Warports, probably. I don't see them doing much different than those. From all the pictures I've seen, they looks like they're just a little different. Okay, so T says it's Combiner Wars Hotspot. So that was the one that was with the Protectobots from Combiner Wars. So IE says, why are there little Transformers that become the heads of the robots? I know it's a question I've seen in years. So that's not a stupid question, IE. So, and the in the old Headmaster series or Rebirth in the U.S., there was the head that was where all the information was for the Transformer. That's where they sucked everything into it, and then they could remove it and then separate it to help each other fight things better. So like if I have more power, more strength, I could give my power and strength to another robot shell to make it faster. In Japan though, the Headmasters actually go further than that. You know, there's multiples of those. They went overkill in Titan's Return though. They really did. So it was one of those things where it's like, we should have did it with like the normal ones like Chrome Dome, you know, Brainstorm, all the normal Headmasters, the Fort Max of course. But it's just one of those, nah. They kind of went overkill on some of it, and it wasn't needed. And I think that's why we kind of got away from it in the Power of the Primes, going more with the God Master, Power Master side. Alright, so yeah, so that's Power of the Primes as of today. And what I plan on doing is every week is, if I find out more, let you know, and that's how we're going to do it. So yeah, the Headmasters, of course, they were a long stretch of time. And if you go back in my playlist, you'll see like Transformers Continuity Guide. We talk about Headmasters, Master Force, and Victory, and then Zone. Those were the continuation series of the G1 cartoon in Japan, versus where we stopped with the Rebirth in episodes 95 through 98. So the big difference between the two, though, you know, I'm going back to G1 days. There's in the Rebirth, they went to Nebulos and they did this. They already had them in Headmasters, you know. So they all went to the planet Master, to become these individuals, you know, that wanted to stay away from the war. Whereas in the Rebirth, they went to Nebulos, they built it, and became Headmasters. So, but that wasn't the last time we saw the Headmasters. We did see them, of course, once or twice inside of Master Force, as well as in Victory. So if you haven't seen those series, they're pretty decent. Headmasters is better than Master Force is the weak link between the two, and then Victory was definitely a lot better in my book. And that's Nate's opinion. That doesn't, you know, that might not be everybody's opinion. So that's Power of the Primes, and we've talked the last night already. So, Masterpiece. So we've got, so the show is called Headmaster. Yep, that's exactly what it's called. It's just called Transformers Headmasters in Japan. That's all it's called. And Shout Factory actually sells it for like $20, I think, and you can get it on DVD. And it's only in Japanese with English subtitles. There was a horrible dub done in English by people called Star TV. It was horrible. It was so bad it was funny to watch. You know, that's how it was, and it's hard to actually find that one. Matt, that's not always the truth, man. That's a humble country boy's opinion. So the biggest thing is that Star TV dub, as we call it, or the Ocean dub, was the one that was done in Korea. But the biggest thing is that it was so funny to watch, you know, because you would have Blaster called Billy, and you would have Fortress called Jimmy John, or, you know, something like that. You know, it was just one of those things. Hey, don't leave my string. Goji, stay around. Ruba, I hope you're still here too. So yeah, that is kind of where the whole Headmaster thing. And then, like they said, they just stole that idea and put it into Titan's Return. So, alright. So, Cheese here. So we're going to talk Masterpiece. And if D-Bag was here, he'd want to hear this too. So we've got a couple of new Masterpieces coming out. Yes, I'm sorry. I am a little bit tuckered. It is a little bit late for Nate. So we have two Masterpieces coming up. MP39 Sunstreaker and MP40 Target Master Hot Rod. T, did you order those at all? Yeah, I am too, SoCal. I'll tell you, man, there's been so much of those coming out lately. And we're going to talk about those next after official masterpieces. Um, so we've got those ones coming out. Here next month we have MP12 plus Lambor Anime Edition. It's going to be the same thing as the MP Red Alert. It's just going to be in a color anime version of it. We've also got MP 1516, Stripes, Night Stalker, Wing Thing, and Enemy. And that's going to be essentially the repaints to go with a blaster. So that makes everybody wonder, is Takara going to do an MP blaster, or are we just going to get repaints and that's it? We'll have to see. That's the big thing. So movie masterpiece, as you guys have seen, and I'll just grab some of them. So we got, so far this year, we got MPM3 Bumblebee and NPM4 Optimus. This of course is with the Prime Stars hook, third party hook, and then of course you can still stow the swords on the back of them. So these are the last two that came out. Next up though through the pipeline is Barricade. So don't know when it's coming out, but that's the current rumor, is it's going to be NPM5 is going to be Barricade, which is what we need. We definitely need that in the series. So what I want to know from you guys is, who do you want to have seen as a masterpiece figure within Transformers the movie series? SoCal, I got it through a trade actually. All of mine are sold out everywhere here. I got Bumblebee in. I got Bumblebee out of a TRU, but I had to trade to get the Optimus. They were gone everywhere. AMR, the only place you can get these two today is either if you're lucky at a TRU, or if you go and order them online. TRU online does not have them at all, so you have to order them through a third-party seller. You know, like the Chosen Prime, ages 3 and up, or those, if they actually still have them. And all else fails, there's always eBay. So let me talk about one place where you might be able to find them, is tfw2005.com. I've been a member of that since 08 or 09, I think. So the biggest thing is that it's a huge area where you can actually go find out information about Transformers. They have a buy-sell trade. They do reviews and stuff like that, and that's kind of what got me into YouTube originally, is because I was on there reading and understanding somebody had a link for a review, and then I think one of the first ones I saw was Bobby Skullface. He was doing one on a Generations toy, I think. Plastic Addicts in the house. What is up, my brother? Drift, yeah, I would like to see a Drift as an MP. That's for damn sure. Yep, I will post that on there. Tformers.com is good. Cybertron.com is good as well. So yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of options out there for information. It's just a lot of times Transformers does not get an emphasis on it, because, as you guys know, in the Syndicate family, we kind of look at everything: Marvel Legends, NECA, Hot Toys. When we look at the whole gambit, you know. And so I'm a bot guy. I'm always going to be bots first, and then there'll be everything else I catch up on. Troy, thank you for coming. And my boy Plastic Addicts in the house. Thanks for coming, brother. Rock's here too. So yeah, I love G1. They just be expensive to find. That's why I buy reissues now, because Takara reissues so many of them now that it's easy just to go out and get those ones. Or if you get lucky in an estate sale, a yard sale, you can find some. So yeah, so if Drift would be a good one, that would be a good one, PA. I tell you another one I'd like to see though done is probably Soundwave. You know, that Human Alliance Soundwave one they did was really good. I'd like to see an MP version of that. Yeah, definitely PM me. I'll definitely let you know where some stuff is. I'll send you a link for the buy sell trade. And there's some on Facebook too. I mean, there's groups out there as well that do Transformers, third-party collectors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll invite you to all those groups. That's all we have right now for those. And ironically, what we have not seen lately though from Hasbro is anything new Masterpiece. I mean, you look at what we got last. We got MP10 reissued, you know, based upon the SDCC release. They haven't really released anything this year. They did a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, but that was only in the Asia market. It never was showed up here in the US side. So I think Hasbro needs to come in here and actually release some good stuff to us. I get it, they did the combination with Takara and them to make the NPM, but they need to come back and do the rest of them. There's a lot of them that they need to do. MP Predaking. Ironically, you talk about Predaking. There's rumored that we're going to get a Predaking in Power of the Primes as a Titan. How good will it be? I don't know. I mean, there's been nothing saying that. Yeah, and there's been nothing G.I. Joe related in a long time. And I collect the crossovers between G.I. Joe and Transformers, of course, so all the SDCC stuff I have. But the problem is that we don't really get nothing. I mean, I would love to see a 6-inch version of G.I. Joes, because I would probably buy some of those, because those would be fun to collect. Nate, you used to watch Glenn? Yes, dude, I used to watch Glenn Webb religiously on here. Dude, rest in peace, Glenn. Alright, AMR, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Have you ever done a full collection video, Nate? I did one a long time ago when I was in Georgia. So what I will probably do is do a collection of what I have here. A lot of my stuff's still in Georgia. I still have to have a lot of it shipped out here. Once I get all of it shipped out here, it probably won't fit in the house. So it's going to have to stay in storage. So that's what we'll probably do. So I'll just do a collection video of what I got here. So biggest thing, yeah, Matt, dude, I did that a long time ago. I mean, it's ironically, you know, I've been on YouTube since about January, and I don't remember which episode I did it in, to tell you the truth. It's just been a while. We talked about MPs. We've talked about what's going to happen as far as Power of the Primes. Talked last night. So last thing for Transformers I want to talk about tonight is third party. So does everybody understand what a third party Transformer is? SoCal Predaking is rumored to be a Titan class for Power of the Primes. Nolans, that I know all about Nolans, been there a lot. Alright. Okay, so third party Transformers. Alright, so we have official. And then we have knockoffs, second party. And then we have third party. So third party, of course, is the characters you can't get that's not been done officially yet. And there's multiple companies that do that. So you have Takara, you have Hasbro, who's doing all the all the normal Masterpiece level, or you're having Generations versions done, and then you have a third party. So third party has been going on for a long time, from the days of iGear to TFC Toys, the Fans Project. A lot of them all started out doing a Generations Chug. Chug is what we call classics, you know, classics universe Generations. Those are all in Henkei. Chug was the area that actually had all the old figures, and we're talking just like the Titans Return. That would be considered Chug. So we had all those start out from the third party. And they were just add-on suits. Like Fans Project had started out by making an add-on suit for Classics Optimus Prime. We're talking 06, 07 here, 10 years ago. So once they built that, then people started building their own figures. Iger started making masterpiece level transformers and their seekers. Monroe Rain, welcome in, Kyle. Appreciate it, brother. So yeah, they started making their own version of the masterpiece seekers and their own cone heads and whatnot. So it was always interesting to see how they did that. Then over time, things started growing. You started seeing TFC toys start doing like their own robots, doing started doing their own Devastator. So you had TFC called Hercules at the time, and it was, yes, definitely. Everybody, if you're on here and you've not subbed to Kyle, go sub to Kyle right now. So yeah, that's funny. So yeah, the biggest thing is that TFC Toys is built on Hercules, which of course was their first iteration of a combiner at the time, and it was their version of Devastator, which was a good figure at a time, but in today's standard, it's horrible. Venom, welcome, brother. So when TFC did their thing, then we started seeing these other companies start popping up. We had Vans Toys, Make Toys, we had KFC Toys started showing up, and all these companies started going towards the masterpiece level side of it. But TFC Toys always say generations. Well, there's another group out here which is called the Ocular Max, which Ocular Max is just a subdivision of Mastermind Creations. Mastermind Creations makes generation size figures that you can't get. Typically they're IDW comic versions, We're talking the Hot Rod, we're talking the Megatron they did Breakdown. They did a lot of figures that were from the comics that we're not going to get from Hasbro to Card ever. We're never going to get those guys. The best thing we ever got was some of the Generations ones in the Thrilling 30. That's it. So Mastermind Creations, of course, is the one who's doing all those for us. But their subline called Ocular Max is their MP version of it, and it's based upon a design called the Studio Ox. And the Studio Ox is a company who made designs of Transformers back in the 80s and 90s, as well as today as well. So they've been around for a while. But that's why it's called Ocular Max. Ox, that's what it stands for. So it's cool to see how they do that. Dude, Kyle, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I was able to serve for 20 plus years, man. And you guys are taking it and running with it now to a new SoCal and Nostalgic and everybody else out there. Thank you guys for your service. But back into the third party, we talked about there was a issue that happened, and it was called the KO issue. So the KO issue is that how many times can you reproduce the same bot over and over again, before the mold starts breaking down. Takara's already learning that today with Starscream. They've been redoing that mold and reissuing that mold for so many years that it's starting to break down. The actual mold is breaking down. So KOs are even worse because they'll knock off the actual official one, and now theirs are even more cheaper than that. So the biggest one that I wanted to talk about from the KO is that we had a couple of companies that used to do it in the 90s and 2000s, and they were horrible. They were horrible. You can go to Korea and you could find, it's called like a triple change or build change. It was in a box about yay big. They were all just KOs of G1 that were horrible. They never stuck together. They broke apart and did everything. That's your new company called Quick Change today at Five Below, and as well as at Tuesday Morning. So if you see Quick Change, they're the same company who built the crappy G1s way back when in the 90s. So avoid those. They're cheap. That's why they're $5. They're not going to stay together. They're horrible. But we've actually came full circle around over the last 15 years now, because we actually have some KO companies today that KO a figure, modify it, make it better, and it's better than the official one. And those are the ones I'm going to talk about. Wai-Jane, Ju-Kong, and then there's Jinbu Bao. So if you guys saw when I first started YouTube, I actually did a review of the Wai-Jane oversized Bruticus, which was literally just an oversized version of the Warbitron Bruticus. and it was 100 times better made than the original one was made. So, and it was like 20% bigger. So it was awesome. Joey Luan talks about Takasa Tony. That's another good knockoff one now. So yeah, so it was a big issue that we saw across the board with. That's why we call it the KO issue, and then that's kind of been rectified over years, and that's what kind of led us to third party. So third party has definitely brought us out of that era where you don't need a KO, an old official one, to get something better. No, they just make their own stuff. So I'm going to show you guys a KO. Actually, two. So this is a third-party bot. This is who we call Galvatron in the comic. So this guy is awesome. This is Fans Toys. So Fans Toys, in my opinion, this is just Nate's opinion, make the best third-party bots, and they continue well. Yeah, I tell you, those G1 knockoffs were horrible. But yeah, this dude, this is probably one of my favorite Transformers of the year. Galvatron, and this is an MP one. And guess what? We're not going to get one of these probably for a long time from Takara. So this is awesome to get this one. Now, as you guys all know, I'm a Rodimus Prime fan, and I hate the Masterpiece mold. I really do. So just trying to get through some of these. So Cal, have fun being a recruiter, man. I almost did that in the Air Force, you know, and I said, hell no, I won't go. So, as you guys know, I'm a huge Rodimus Prime fan. This is another third party. This is DX9 Carry. Kyle, there is no, any question you have, dude, this is what this is for. That's why I do my live feed. But yeah, this is my favorite Rodimus Prime. So, they're doing wonders with that. And so, like I said, Fans Toys, Make Toys, Unique Toys, they're doing a lot of big stuff lately, and they're creating a lot of figures that we're not going to get for a long time. That's true, SoCal, and that's one reason why I wouldn't become a recruiter. So, biggest one, of course, being my newest pre-order. My newest pre-order is what they call Fans Toys Terminus Giganticus, which is their version of Masterpiece Omega Supreme. Ain't gonna be about yay big. He's gonna be about as big as my other big boys are up on the shelf. So Kyle asks, from what I can gather from other Transformer collections, why have they shrunk? That's a very good question, dude. And I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. I mean, when we used to have Voyagers and Deluxes, used to be bigger. But the scales have changed a lot. We went from like Legends to Scout to Deluxe to Voyager to Ultra. Like, we had lots of different variations in scale. You know? So it's a big difference on what they've done. But what I have noticed is the reason why a lot of things have changed is because they've definitely started bringing in better engineering to make them more scaled with what the show or what a movie looks like. So for example, they try to make Masterpiece Bumblebee scale with Optimus. So that, I think that's why we're starting to see some changes in size and direction. Hopefully they can figure it out. Let's see. Okay, so now let's about the record a haul mail, and it will be an epic rail haul too. Before we go, my true has 7 command degrees. Anyone need one? I'm good. I got 1 command degree. That's all I need. So yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, so Kyle, if you want figures that scale, you have to keep within that series. So like Titan's Return, Commander Wars, and Power of the Primes, though that trilogy will probably scale pretty well. If you went back to Thrilling 30, the old generations and the classics, they're not going to scale well. They typically don't. So they're just a variety. Same way with Masterpiece and Third Party. Most Masterpiece and Third Party scale well, except for Toy World. Toy World does their own thing. You know, theirs is usually an inch to 2 taller than everything else, so they never really scale well. But I will say that their Toy World Masterpiece Devastator is amazing, and I wish I had it. So that's kind of the talk about third party. So kind of want to tell you guys what ones are coming out. You know, as we've talked about it. So some of the new ones getting ready to come out is Meteor from Make Toys, which is their version of an MP Starscream, which is better than the original version. T actually got to see it, his last video. If you guys go out and watch T-Man's 978's last video, he actually held it in hand. He said it was really good. And I've seen a couple of reviews for it, and it seems 1,000 times better than the old MP11, MP03 Starscream. So that's one to get. Jetfire, Skyfire, and I actually have him. So, big boy. He went out of stock for a while. He is now coming back in, stock. So, go hit up the Chosen Prime or TF Source or Big Bad Toy Store, and then they'll definitely get you hooked up. But that is as close as to an MP Jetfire, Skyfire that we're going to get. So definitely go out and get that one. There is Fans Hobby Master Builder, which is their version of an MP God Genrai. So I'm on the fence about that one. You know, we might talk about that down the road. I've not looked at a lot of those. Nate, have you got the new Vintage Legends? Nope, haven't seen them anywhere, brother. Been looking everywhere for them too. Some of the other ones coming out down the road that we're looking forward to is we're going to get Springer from Fans Toys. We're going to get RC. We're going to get Cup and those ones. So that's kind of the big ones for me that I'm looking forward to. That's coming out. And then we've got a couple of other ones that are kind of out there. So I talked about Terminus Giganticus, which is MP Omega Supreme from Fans Toys. They're actually going to do a blue and white version called Terminus Giganticus Guardian. So he is just a Guardian, you know, off of them. Oh, that Kyle, you didn't beat them up, man, over that? That's freaking awesome, SoCal. So, alright, T-Man, dude, thank you for coming by. Hey, I'm done with Transformers for the night, so we got more stuff to go do tonight. So, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it, brother. Alright, guys. So, usually, as you can see behind me, I got a pile of stuff. And we're just going to go through it and show you what we got this week so far. So my local comic shop actually had a sale on Black Series. So they had buy one get one free. So I picked up. Focus. Picked up the Luke, and his eyes aren't bugged out, so that's good. And then I picked up Ray. So yeah. So I definitely wanted to have them for the collection. And then I went to Walmart today and got lucky, and I found Finn. Yes, I have a Finn. You know, I don't want Peg Warmer Finn, I wanted this Finn. And then we also got Bob Ross, and this is for Jess. So this is the only one they had. So definitely had to get that. And then, of course, it's movie release day, so I had to get the Target version for Spider-Man Homecoming. Of course, this one comes with a comic and a book, so you guys know me. I'm gonna get it because you get a book in it. So yeah, that was what I picked up so far this week. Nate, what is your most anticipated bot coming out? It's going to be the MP Omega Supreme. I love the big bots, man, so to speak. And I can't wait to see that one show up at the house. It's probably going to need a tractor trailer to show up. Alright. So you guys want to see some unboxings, or do you want to wait for another video? Okay, I guess silence is concurrence. So the yep, and to rip them up. I'm not gonna be a DeRosa man. Alright, unboxing. So this don't take long, people. This one's coming from my boy Alan Shiriyama. He is also known as Popaholics Anonymous on Instagram. Good dude. Met him when I went up on the collaboration with Fernie Fern and all the Renegades down at Frankenstein's. He had hit me up and said, "Hey, do you want these?" Because I was talking to him while I was on Josh Pence's live stream, and I said, yeah, that's one of the last ones I'm looking for my set. And T-Man was here, he'd be mad because he hates these things. He hates these things with a passion. But so let's see. It says Goofy Halloween, but I wanted to show you what really is in the box. Yeah, buddy. Finally got him. I've been looking. I looked everywhere for him. This came out in Georgia, and they did not have it. None of my Targets had it, and they finally got it. Finally got it in here. So, Alan, I wish you were here too, brother. I wish you were here to see that, man. I really appreciate you doing this for me. And a big shout out to him too, because he's been doing a lot of posts out on all the pages lately. Like all the stuff coming in and out. Like he did the Hydra 2-pack. He did a lot of the pops and stuff. You know, so it's freaking awesome. Alright. Next up, we have, this is a box from my boy Tim Risdale. He lives up in the great land of Canada. We did a trade, as you guys saw probably a couple of videos ago. I did a find for him at the TRU. They had the flocked Beastman. You know, reminds me of a sick hookup that was away back. Dude, I'm still appreciative of what Kyle sent me, man. So, what the hell did you put in here? Okay, he was supposed to send me just two things, and he sent me 4. Yeah. So we got Kanan with his lightsaber. Not too shabby. And then I'm gonna have to get on to Tim you know, next time I see him. He sent me more than he was supposed to. And he didn't have to. I've been looking at getting this guy actually too lately. Another trooper for the army building. And if you guys have not seen, go out and see Kyle's last video about the great deal he got from that guy on eBay, because it was freaking awesome. We got 2 more in here. What else did he send? See, now he was supposed to trade me a Kanan and 1 more. It's a blind date special. I like it, Venom. Oh, this is sweet. He sent me a flame trooper. Man, I was excited. I was so excited, as Ava would say. Get it in there. There we go. Got a flame trooper. And see, I'm getting. I want to get all these guys, but I only want 1. You know, as far as the troopers and stuff. So this is what we really traded for. 3 figures down, we finally get to the one that I really traded for. This is one that I've looked for, hiding here everywhere. And this is before I even collected Black Series. I just love the look of him. So, dude, it's so awesome, Kyle, that the deal you got. We got, yeah, buddy. So, welcome back, Goji. So Nate finally got his revving. I've been looking everywhere for this guy. You know, this is one of those ones that's like, crap, dude, am I ever gonna find this guy? You know? Finally. So we finally got revving. Alright. And he actually stands pretty damn good. Alright, so it's official, Nate's in the Black Series now. Yeah, SoCal it is. But I'm kind of only doing certain ones. I don't want everything. I only want certain things. Like, I'll probably do like 1 troop of each. Yeah, Plastic Attic. It's not going well. That's for sure. Alright. So, not as such as gonna be who got, yeah, Kyle, who got, yeah, PA, dude, I'm already into DC figs, man, except it's collectibles and icons or Mayfex, not multiverse. Yeah. Oh, while I'm opening this, so if you guys notice too, I collect more than just toys. Hey, there is some things out there that I collect other than toys, and music is one of them, especially when it's cool stuff like this. Okay, so what we got is, and that's kind of a bagged layer too, so Hellraiser on vinyl, the original soundtrack. So, and they always do cool. I love how Mondo does theirs. They sent me, of course, another sticker. Yeah, there we go. If I'm directionally challenged. And then there's a flyer for their next one, which I will probably pick up. The Thing. I love that movie. So, So shout out to Mondo. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. All right. SoCal. Hayward's ankle snap. Ooh, gosh. I hope he's okay. Hey, Plastic, I'm doing Mezco, Mafex, and SH. SH for Dragon Ball Z, though. I'm doing Mafex for DC. Alright, and so, last but not least, hey, is Art still on here? Unboxing Art, you still around, brother? Because I gotta thank you for this one. So, this one is courtesy of Unboxing Art and my boy Ryan Thomas, who I think everybody's got hooked up with this deal lately. And if you haven't seen it, Unboxing Art, I put a link out there that he was trying to help him out, trying to sell a bunch of figs. And damn, dude, you do some taping, man, to save a lifetime. Holy crap, man. So, Plastic Addict, if you're still around, your box, see, that surprise I got you, is going to be in a box with Big John coming out to the mainland. So, when John gets the box, you'll get your surprise. And he already knows what it is. Alright. Damn, I'm gonna need a... Where's my combat knife? Oh, buddy. You think the Cubs will win the World Series? I'm not a baseball guy. Last time I watched baseball, the Atlanta Braves had Greg Maddux. And Ken Griffey Jr. was still playing on the Reds. So we got Moon Knight. Alright, so Plastic wants to see Nate probably gonna send you out the clones. You want to mail out everyone? Dude, whenever's easier for you, Kyle, man. I know you're in the process of moving, man, so whatever's easiest for you, dude. So, Plastic, let me get through the box first, and then I'm going to show you what else is in here. So first up, we got Moon Knight. Phoenix. And I've been wanting this guy for a long time, people. This has been on my list since I started collecting years ago, trying to find this unmasked version and not paying an arm and a leg for it either. And this thing's like heavy. And then, last but not least, got my Days of Future Past Logan. So there's actually two versions of this one. You actually see back here, there's one here with a white shirt, and he actually has a hat, and that one is actually the Outback version. But I wanted this one. And dude, look at that, come on, it comes with a comic, a bike, a fig, and a card. I mean, come on, Hasbro, wish they can give us stuff like that. This of course is part of a Legendary Rider series. So, and you guys know me, I'm a Wolvie fan. Oh, and my favorite part too though is the claws aren't bent to crap like normal. So a big shout out to my boy Ryan Thomas and to Unboxing Art for that. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for the hookups. But yeah, I've got more coming too. There's be more coming from him. So Plastic, you asked me a question. So this is There she goes. So this is the Mafex Batman versus Superman armored bat. Of course, it's got the mask, and it's actually got the kryptonite staff, you know, that came with Nightmare Batman. And yes, I do have Nightmare Batman as well. The biggest issue I have is this right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Is that this little joint, like right there, like it just feels awkward, kind of on it. That's the only thing. Other than that, I mean, these guys are pretty solid. All my joints are pretty tight, so to speak. Yeah, so I might just take some, you know, future polish, put it on there, and it might just be just fine. So other than that, though, I liked it. I love Mafex and their DC. I haven't tried any of the Mezco DC ones, so I was talking to Cincy. We might try to figure out, like, we might need to see a comparison between the two, because there is a Mezco version of these guys, and I'd like to see how they are. So, with that being said, Nate, you and Coys, we are in just in time for Christmas. Do whenever you want, PA, man. I appreciate you just sending me anything. Koji says Toy Biz were better than Marvel Legends. We'll have to see. There's a lot of them that are a lot better. Nate, was that the variant Toy Biz? Moon Knight. Yes, it is. So, D1, welcome. Yeah, so this is, it's not the black version. So this is the variant white over one. So, and I will probably open all of these probably tonight or tomorrow, because that's what I do. We open things, and I want to build baths, and that's why we have them. Is it? We're at. I'm doing good, day one. Is that Shockwave Nate? Which one, Rock? Mine are a little loose, but not too bad. Yeah, like I said, I mean, that was the only thing I saw on mine, Matt, was like this leg here. It just felt a little loose right here in the hinge, and that was it. Do you want Hasbro to give us a bath cloth Juggernaut suit? Nah, they did one back. Hasbro, they actually did one a while back, and it didn't look so good. I don't want them to. I don't want them to actually do it again. Robert, what is up, brother? Jungle Demon Predators available for $5 on the Loot Vault website. Are you talking about the NECA one? Or are you talking about the old Pop one? SoCal. Show the 3.75 love. Let's see. I got this one. That's the only one I have for 3 3/4. You're welcome, Robert, dude. No problem, man. But I do have an old school one I do want to show you guys. I got this when me and Big Kid Kingpin went on our hunt. You know, since we're in a Toy Biz faction. This is the old Toy Biz 4" / 5" Weapon X. Of course, it's got the little head sculpt, and it's horrible. I mean, but this is one of my favorite series of all times. Was Weapon X. I mean, it's like, it'll stand, but it barely stands now. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for the day. So thank you guys for sticking around. Like I said, this was Transformers week. So what topic do you guys want to do next week? I'll leave it up to you guys. We want to do Legends? We want to talk Mezco Mafex? Or what do you guys want to talk next week? Hell, I'm excited to see this come back on TV this week. I hear Mezco, I hear Legends. Alright, well, we'll see. Somebody comment in below, let me know. Talk about it all. Yeah. Hey, plastic. I might have one more of these coming. If I get another one of these, then I'm going to open this one. Alright? That is the phasing variant one of Ghost Rider. That was one of the hardest ones to get, and I got that from Ryan. So, believe me, when Art says he's got a hookup for you, Ryan's going to get you stuff to you. So yeah, next week we'll do yeah, and I gotta say, man, I mean, to me this looks so much better than the one we got. I mean, it's got double jointed and everything, you know, and we're talking the red motorcycle. Even the regular version, you know, if you see the old regular version here, you know, oh, good. Matt, thank you, man, for coming. I appreciate it, brother. Go charge your phone and go do some moderating. The hard part for me is that the new version coming out is still going to be the old mold. I like that mold. Nathan should do more, which you haven't done the most. I gotta do a little of everything. Eric Eisner, what's up, Eric? Dude, you missed out, man. We've been having fun. No, Rock, you're not actually. I actually watch a lot of my vids on my computer, actually, just for that reason, because I like a big screen. T actually watches them on his TV, and I do that sometimes too with the PlayStation. So yeah, next week we're gonna talk Legends, Mezco, Mafex, all that other stuff. We'll talk about pre-orders. We'll talk about what's coming out. What do you guys like? So that's gonna be today's end, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I had a blast with you guys, showing you, talking bots, talking stuff, showing you stuff what we got this week. It's been definitely it's been a fun day. So if you like this video, come on, hit the like button, and then come subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because you know I'm always giving good stuff away. I'm the Syndicate Santa. That's what I do. That's what I do. And P8, yes, that is going to be our new plan. We're going to be talking about new figs, new stuff, everything that's coming out, and that's what we're going to start doing. First, but priority is always going to be the bots. Bots are priority. Alright. Y'all take it easy now. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I appreciate it. Alright, guys. Have a good night, y'all. Take it easy.